What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. I use he, him pronouns. And welcome to the Monday Lift, which, as noted, I don't have time for. I don't have time for this. So, considering that I don't have time for this, goodbye. JK, I'm here. I'm gonna do. We're gonna lift weights today. We're gonna do some overhead press. Hello. Let's go back and say hi to everyone. Great stream. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Bella. Hello, Chris. Hello, Gaston. Hello, Michael. Hello, Rug. Hello, Belle. And hello, Zone. Hi, Segfault. Welcome in. Jim, deadlifts and dad jokes. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Yes, we're going to be doing booty. I use me, my pronouns because I'll never be him. Okay. All right. All right. We're always looking for non-problematic pronoun-based jokes, and like that one, I think that one fits the bill. And now I'm just thinking about Fall Out Boy songs. That's basically where that put me. It was just like, now I'm gonna go listen to From Under the Cork Tree. I know about the non-binary samurai. Well, welcome in, friends. Welcome, welcome. I need to finish my shake first, and as promised, I'm gonna keep it sitting over here. We gotta do. Okay, they/them. That's it. What's good? How are we doing, Jim? Oh my gosh. No, just a morning full of meetings. Normally I don't go into the office on Mondays. And so like this does not become like a really difficult thing to do. But today I had to go in to assist with some interviews. And so because of that, we are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. And I'm the Lorax. I speak for both of these. There we go. That's better. Nice. Okay. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday. I go to the gay bar the other day. It was really long. LGBTQ. Someone who's not a straight white dude, rate these jokes, please. What is up, Snooks? How we doing, Dan? Welcome in. Welcome in. As you can see, we have a full calendar of items today. We're going to be doing seated OHP, a whole list of tasteful dad jokes for Gay Pride Month. Can you share some of those with me? Can you send me a list? Oh, Bella, you want the pre-pump ab check. I don't even know if I can muster it right now. There they are. They're peeking out. They're peeking out. Welcome in, Dan. Welcome in, Snooks. Oh my gosh. So many pals. So many pals, so little time. plenty of muster. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. I tried to put in Run Dan Run. I didn't even think about it. How am? I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good considering I ran 12 miles yesterday. And normally that puts me on my ass. I will say I thought about running this morning and just completely backed out of that plan. I'll get there one day. You absolutely will. You absolutely will. You will have your own abdominals. You will be the abdominal snowman. That's the... Wait, was that Fairly Odd Parents that had the abdominal snowman? I think so. If you move to Michigan, you can be the abdominal snowman. Walked 4 more yesterday, ran a mile with Ray, 13:18. Ooh, that's a spicy pace. That's a spicy pace. I want to be a buff, tattooed, feminine, they, them. Oh. Keep that protein up. Lift heavy, Bella. I know we've talked about your workouts a little bit. Ugh. Keep at it. Ooh, boy. We're gonna do some inchworms. But Dan, that's excellent. Yeah, so my 12er yesterday, I ran 4.5 solo. relatively easy pace. Picked up Evie, took her for 2 miles, a little bit faster, and then took off for my final 6, the second half of my run. Basically did the last 5 on a progression and was pulling like a 7:20 mile for the last 3 miles of my long run. It felt great. I mean, it sucked. Like, it was really difficult, but the fact that, like, I didn't feel like I was gonna just break down, that was a big step. That was a big step yesterday. Ooh. I feel like I've been stuck slow. I can't lift. I will let Bella answer that. I will let Bella answer that instead of me. But just be careful about putting someone on the spot. I'm sorry, Bella. I didn't mean to. Yeah. Whew. Rested Saturday, thanks to your voice in my head. Yes! Let me be the voice in your head that tells you both to get a workout in and also to take rest when you need it. Here, do you want... We can practice. Here. Commit this to memory. Hey, I believe in you. You can get it done today. It doesn't have to be the same thing you do on a normal day. If it's a low day, it can be a low day. But get it done today. Okay, now let's shift gears. Hold this one in your brain. Hey, you need rest. When was the last time you took a rest day? Think about it, like a real rest day. Get some steps in, get moving around, get stretching, but take a rest day. It's no big deal. You're not going to get any weaker or any slower from taking a day. Do it. There you go. Commit both of those to memory and use them as you will. No spot. Whew. Banked. Keep it in your brain. Also be prepared. Wait, what? Oh, right, because Dan had to cancel a long run because he didn't have insulated hydration. As I understand it. Your hydration pack froze? Is that right? Abid, welcome in. Sorry, no one needed to see that. But Michael, I'm glad you took a rest day, truly. Not to make a big deal out of it, but I'm proud of you. It can be just as hard as getting... For some people, taking a rest day is just as hard as it is for other people to, like, make a workout happen. Think about it that way. And to figure it out from here. And Bella, you are making it work. You're getting active. And you know this community is going to support you. You know we're going to be behind you. Just the 2 feet of tube. Okay, so it wasn't your whole pack. It was just your tube. I'm sorry about your frozen tube. I have a hard time taking rest days. Mentally, it's hard on me. Yeah, like, especially when you build the habit, right? Like, when you build the habit and you love doing it, there aren't a lot of hobbies out there. There aren't a lot of things that we do to fill our time where, like, you really should not do it 7 days a week. But weightlifting and running are those things. Yes, there are people who do the, like, running streaks where they're like, I've run every day for the past year. I went 365. But, like, even those folks, like, they're not running super hard workouts every day. They're like, oh, I'm going to run to keep my streak alive. It's like, I'm going to get out for a mile. But it's just like, I don't know, you learn the rules of a sport. You learn how to play the piano and you learn what to do and not do. You learn archery and you learn how to not completely screw yourself up with your bow. And with fitness stuff, you may just have to learn 7 days a week ain't the right way to do it. Not all the time anyway. And I get it. I really get it. I struggled with it for a long time. And then I got super injured and was forced to take a lot of rest days all in a row. Like, well, that does make the decision for me, doesn't it? Doesn't it? But yeah, Dan, are you planning to do your Niner this week then? It was unfairly cold. It was ridiculously cold this weekend. Like I saw on Friday, I saw like little spring flowers in bloom. And then when I woke up on Sunday morning and it was 17 degrees, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Coach decided it's a push week. 10 on Saturday for the birthday. Yes! Yes! Tyler also stretched me out, which was good on the rest day. Ooh, woo. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. But I will. Ooh, woo. Ugh. All right. We're going to do some overhead press. Yeah. Excuse me. I remember how to do this. Fully. Bussing, no cap, for real, for real. I remember how to do this, I swear. We just did this last week. We're going to warm up with the bar, because reasons. No, it's okay. I understood what you meant. Sorry to be embarrassing. I completely understood what you meant. But you know, we're gonna, you know where you're at. Gonna be 50s all week, 20-30 snowing during my 5K. Hell yeah, Gaston! You get to really push it out during that 5K. I'm so excited for you. Texting Kelly from the car when I got to the trail. The wind was nuts, 20 miles per hour. Yeah, so my last 6 miles, 3 miles out had a headwind, and the 3 miles out with a headwind, and then 3 miles back with a very slight tailwind. It died down super hard after I turned around. And I was like, well, this is great. But when your training run is like that, that just makes you much better for the race. It's good for you. Puts hair on your chest. Not everyone wants hair on their chest. I remember for the longest time, I was like super self-conscious about like patchy chest hair. If anyone needs to hear this today, I was very self-conscious about patchy chest hair for a long time. Now I just don't care. I just make sure the rest of my hair looks bad enough that people don't pay attention to my chest. Done 5Ks before. I feel like it's my first time. Running for the very first time. Hello, David. At least I've faced the fear of the trail and falling. Plans to run there Saturday, run out of 5. Kelly and the kids will come out. K-Mo's probably run their ass. Oh, that's so great. That's so cool. I love that for you. Gonna sign up at the local Y and use their cardio equipment. You're gonna get some cycling in, do some treadmilling. Do you shave it now? I do not. It's all natty. I do not. Maybe someday I will have to for some reason, but until then, I will not. Stay in the grind, stay strong. Dare Cartofalo. Welcome in. Thank you. I hope the same for you. I hope the very same for you. All right, since Sweet Lou isn't here, I'm going to... What I was going to say was like, I'm going to shit talk him a little, but I'm not. It is going to be a weird feeling starting with OHP. Usually I would only do shoulder work after getting pretty well warmed up, but they came out last run. Longer, and it was my rabbit. The one that you were chasing? Oh. I love cycling compared to running. It's a lot easier. I found for me, it's harder on the brain. Versus, oh, okay, got it. Got it. I was honestly feeling, when I was on my run yesterday, I was thinking, Dan, that if you're open to it, I'd like to just like sometime maybe late spring or summer, just join you for a long run. It doesn't have to be like a like I'll come down your way. It doesn't have to be like a big banger. Gonna enjoy your workout. Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. Abid, hey, have a good day. Good to see you, my dude. I'm glad you're here. Might go run for a mile. Yeah, do it. Burn that body battery. You got that abundance of energy. But yeah, would you be willing to host me for a couple days? I don't really care about that, Dan. I don't really care about that. PT Pits, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. How we doing? Prefer the lower impact and stronger carryover. Yeah, it does carry over better to lifting for sure. You can build if you want the booty and the quads, get on bike. Get on bike, do some hills. Hundo percento. Bill, you're feeling better now. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Panic at the gym, realized I forgot my vitamin for depression. Dry pukes. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. It's all good. You took them though, right? May 19th will be in the house. We'll have a guest room. Yes. I shall christen it. I think that's the word I want to use. I think christen is the word I want to use. Maybe not. I shall Christmas it. Silent night, oh holy night. All was calm, not for long. I was a little too early. Time to start JoJo posing. Train my back and biceps, chest still sore from yesterday. Sore chest. Honestly, I do love post chest day soreness. This is a boon. All right, I'm gonna throw the 25s on and the 10s. I think the 10s. I want to just have 115 on here. We're still rebuilding our comfort with the overhead press. So feel free to OHP shame me if you wish. Yeah. Welcome in, PT. How's your day going? Thanks for joining us today. Do some band pulls. Warm up them rotator cuffs. I see that check mark. Are you a fitness streamer? I am so terrible about like getting to know all of the fitness community. I try to stop in on a lot of folks' streams, but I still feel like there's a lot of folks I haven't connected with. Great, man. How's the workout? It's good so far. It's good. This is the, I'm taking some advice from a buddy of mine. His name is Sweet Lou. He's got me doing some OHP. So I'm going to have to make sure I really keep to time today. I forgot to start my watch. Oops. I don't really stream anymore. Word. No shame, no shade. Does the PT stand for personal trainer? If I may. This feels like such an obvious question, but yeah, the ideal flow of today is we're gonna get this done, and then after work I'm gonna go jog like 3 or 4 miles, maybe try to push 35. Yeah, so like maybe that might be kind of maybe it's obvious. A light jog, yeah, a light jog in the spring sunshine. We're going to take a light jog. The idea is we're not going to let the heart rate go above 140. Excuse me, 150. 140 would be pushing it. I'd have to shuffle. Yeah, I've been trying to make sure I get that little jog in after long run days. It's okay, Bella. Do you like it when I talk about my yog? Everyone loves it when I talk about my yog. It's a big yog. 4 yesterday felt good. What were you pacing at? Was it meant to be like a more gentle rub? Since I don't know why I said rub. A more gentle run following your following Saturday's little weather fiasco. Well, let's get some better light going in here. Walk with the pace group leader / run daddy 17s. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. I'm gonna try to just like go nice and easy for 35 minutes today is my plan. And then tomorrow morning we wake up and I'm really hoping I can make myself do it. Get up and get a tempo in. Whoa! Oh, is that a subscription? Esther, thank you for the subby. These presses are for you. Okay, we could have gone heavier, but you know what? Again, we're still reacclimating to the movement. So I'm going to keep it right where it is. We still got 2 more sets. Those could be harder. Harder. Ray is dead staring at me. Hold on. Is there a comma in that sentence that you missed? On the couch. Okay. Still alarming. If there's a comma in there, I'm concerned. She's mad. Okay. Yeah, because if it was, oh my gosh, comma, Ray is dead, comma, staring at me, we have concerns. Four months, beep. Welcome in, Esther. Welcome back. Did you make the drive already, or do you still have to do that? Ren, welcome in. No, yeah, I took Evie for the 2 miles yesterday. She's all about the shorter distances. She is a sprinter dog. But the moment I try to get her to run more than 2 miles, she just starts dragging. she starts like making, I don't want to be like she's making excuses, but she's like stopping to sniff or like stopping to like, oh, what was that over there? Like she doesn't do that for the first mile and a half. Right when we get around to 2, she's just like, oh, well, what about this? Oh, can we stop here? 16 hours. How are you feeling? Start putzing with my doggo again. Salty, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome back. Putzing with the doggo is a good feel. I mean, springtime is a lot better for that. We're about to get like actual mild temperatures instead of nasty cold business. Ooh. We're able to do up to 3, depends on pace. And at 3, she will lay down. I mean, I used to lay down at 3. It's a mood. So glad we rated Nina yesterday. I definitely needed some stretch guidance, so I can't wait to catch more. Nina's great. Nina's so great. Nina's wonderful. It's so cold, even today. I know, well, like today we got 50s. It's 50 and sunny outside. So I'm here in the basement with all of you. That's how you know I love you. Hello, Paul. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sunken. Hello. Oh my gosh. I've been missing shouts like mad today. Welcome in, Paul. How are you today, friendo? Are you gonna be are you hitting up some RimWorld tonight? Paul's gonna be doing some work and sorry, I'm not gonna turn that into an innuendo. Although I did consider it. I'm not going to. I hate you, we got 20s. It was 17 degrees yesterday when I was running. I was so mad. Beautiful sunshiny day. I got a sunburn on my nose. from like just wearing sunglasses and just like running into the sun. But how we doing, Sunken? How far did you run? Yesterday was 12 miles. It is the longest run I have done since the marathon back in October. Takes talent, sir, to sunburn in 17. Well, it's because I'm fair-skinned. I'm very pale. Like, you know, we use the camera filters and all that. We use the camera filters and all that here on... I don't use camera filters. I use a little bit of color correction. And the color correction is necessary because of the lighting. At the core of it, I am still a pale boy. Hello, Tabukin. Nice. All right, we're gonna do some push-ups now. Proper headgear. Fall guy wore a visor. Sunburn yarmulke. Tabukin, thank you. Yeah, I had a backwards hat on because what I always get the I'm just gonna do these off cam. Sorry, friends. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I always I get a really bad like tan line in the back of my neck. So I always wear a backwards hat. I look like such a bro when I run. I've just accepted it. Got my gooder sunglasses with a backwards cap. Usually like, you know, and then every once in a while I'll go shirtless, right? And I've got the watch and the hat. Sometimes the hydration pack, you know. I just like, whatever. People are gonna think what they're gonna think. It's fine. After it stopped hurting, I laughed a lot. That's the way to live. My husband complained he had to shield his eyes when we were on the beach. Because I was like a beacon. Yeah, that is probably one of the biggest benefits of running in the summer is just like, you get tan. You get tan. Gotta wear sunscreen though. Wear some light sunscreen. Funny when you wear goggles and the sun leaves a nice goggle print. Well, that's basically what happened with my sunglasses yesterday. Do you get whistles while running? Yeah, I've gotten catcalled a few times. It's okay to call it catcalling, right? But yeah. More so since I've moved to this particular area, have I gotten people like at stoplights squealing at me and whistling at me. Excited for the summer runs with the Garmin. It's got a solar cell. Ooh. Wait, when did you get a new watch? I feel like you've told me about this, and I apologize, Dan. Can't call my husband when he runs. Last time there was a couple outside, and they were highly creeped out. I mean, it's kind of like a relationship goal thing a little bit. Like, I think it's cute. But you're right. Someone else would just be like, what the fuck? You got the Forerunner 955? Sheesh. It's still too soon to upgrade from this thing. I've had this venue for maybe like 3 years. I could probably look back at when I got it, like when I bought it. Your Vivo Active wasn't holding a charge. Okay, so then for you, very necessary. For me, it would just be like, oh, that's nice to get a new thing. And I can't justify that right now. I could have, if I didn't spill water on my laptop. But because of that, we're going to be waiting on any sorts of upgrades happening in this house. I'm already spending a bunch of money redoing this bathroom, so That's becoming more expensive than I expected, but it's fine. Hang on. We're going to rework the grip a little bit, narrow that up. Because I don't want my elbows, I don't want my wrists flaring out from my elbows. Yeah, we did it. We did OHP. Hey, baby, nice booty. Last night, we were finishing up. So like I said, we've been doing a bathroom reno. And the step that we got last night was we bought a medicine cabinet, which was the same width as our old one, but much taller. And so I had to like throw a drop cloth on the counter, or throw a drop cloth on the new vanity, and then get in and like kind of lunge from the ladder to the vanity to run the saw. And it's very much just like, I was very much sticking my butt out in the doorway. And Lauren told me she thought I had a nice butt. Rip laptop, dropped mine, but it still works. I have to keep it open. Oh no, Tabukin. Oh. C-Dub, what's up? How we doing? Yeah, so Salty, to just answer your question and C-Dubs, my next goal is my half marathon, April 23rd. That'll be my first half in a couple of years. And to be honest, I haven't really changed up my training that much between half marathon and marathon. I was largely using the half as a way to ramp up to the full. And I still need to plan which full I'm doing, because the one that I was going to do is not happening for me. But halves the best distance. They are the sexiest distance. To me, anyway. Because, like, I think that a lot of people look at marathons and they're like, oh, I can't do that. I can never do that. Hey, that was me. That was me. Said I could never do a marathon. I'm not built for that stuff. And people think a half, they're like, you know what? No, I could give that a go. Or like, you know, that'd be really hard, but I feel like I can do it. So while marathons are very inspiring, like if there's one thing that I would always say, like, this is the reason why you should sign up for a race if you're even like mildly interested in running. Being at the starting line with so many people who, like, regardless of how much they prepared, they're there and they're ready. And there's just like so much good energy in that, you know? When on vacay last week, it was kind of off the grid. 5K or 10K is preferred for me at this point. Lift too heavy to be good at halves. No. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be the strongest half marathon runner out there. In terms of, like, I'm not going to be the fastest by any means. I don't think I'll even get close to my, I'm only built for a half marathon. I'm only half built for a marathon. The Plain River Trail Marathon. Dan, can you link me in Discord so I don't forget? So Grandma's was a potential. Grandma's was a potential, but I think, isn't Grandma's a spring marathon? Or like a midsummer marathon? Not like a midsummer marathon, but a midsummer marathon. A Midsummer Nights. What is going on with my laptop? Great. New one's having problems too. I'm just trying to open a Chrome browser. Okay. Thank you. One, I never turned on captions. Beard is looking thick. Wifey approved? Yeah. No, she's all good with the beard. She likes the beard for the most part. It's when she's only got like one stage at which she really doesn't like facial hair, and that is the like right after like she doesn't like me clean shaven because I'm not good enough at keeping up with it, so it gets all prickly. Oh, June. I don't know if I can make a June marathon happen. My main plan was to maybe some year I'll be able to do a June marathon, but my main plan is to this year half in spring, full in fall. That helps me stay focused on lifting over the winter when it's easier to spend more time inside. Like I know that that's not necessarily a great thing, but Burb, see you soon. Burb. Grandma's marathon. But that one has been on my list. It has been on my list. It has been one that many of my associates in the running community, not this running community, but my runner friends have all recommended Grandma's. They say it's a boatload of fun, and it's called Grandma's Marathon, so like you can't go wrong. Oh, this is going to be saucy today. It's going to be rough. Chicago Marathon would be a fun one. Husband and cousin are running it. Sitting and reading a book on the sidelines. Chicago is September. So here's what happened. I signed up for New York. I signed up for the lottery, and surprise, surprise, first time lottery entry, didn't get in. I could try to do the fundraising thing. I could probably still find a fundraising group to work with, but man, those caps are just so high. They're so high. Ooh, hydrate. I shall. We're gonna go without pre-workout today because I started so far afternoon. And no caffeine afternoon. 'Tis the rule. New York would be amazing. It'd be a lot of fun. It's definitely a bucket list thing. Like the trouble with marathons, I mean, there's a lot of troubles with them, but like, you know, once you commit to running one, you're like, or once you commit to running more than one, you can build this list. And it sounds so easy. It's so much easier to say like, oh yeah, like I want to run this one and this one and this one. And like some people can do 2 marathons in a year. I can't. What do you mean caps? Oh, like minimums. So like you need to raise. So one charitable organization I was looking at for New York was you needed to raise $8,000 if you didn't already have a lottery entry. Which, doable. Doable if I only focused on that, fundraising wise, for an entire year. New York, Boston, and Disney are on my bucket list. Got a friend, Carol, who just did her 50th state. Damn. That's so many. Habit of drinking energy drinks again is bad. I've done 1 marathon, and my legs are in so much pain. Once I'm done having babies, I'll start running again. Really want to get into halves again. Yeah, halves are, halves are so fun to train for, because like you can do it with a reasonable amount of time. Marathon training takes a lot of time. Like you could train for a marathon on like 40 miles a week, but like halves are just much better time management wise. So the New York City Marathon does not have a requirement. The New York City Marathon has a couple of ways that you can get into it. You can either be an elite runner, which I'm not. you can be a part of an approved local organization to which they give preference to in registrations. Totally fair. I would feel the same way if I was like, I think Detroit Marathon would do the same thing if enough people signed up for it. Or you enter the lottery, right? You enter the lottery, you have like a 16% chance of getting into the race. Now, if you don't get in the lottery, you don't get in any of those other ways, you can apply to work with charitable organizations, but you have to raise a certain amount of money. And it's a lot. I'd like to run the NYC Marathon. Paul, we should find a way to do it together. 10K is only before my 2 halves. Ooh. Oh. But even a half can beat you up pretty bad, honestly. The Dopey Challenge. So, yeah, it does. The Disney Challenge sells out really quickly. And those Dopey Challenges, like, people do them. And I think they're really, like, but it's tough, right? I was in the lottery for NYC and I didn't get into London. So my bucket list, I want to do Tokyo. I want to do NYC, which is funny because, like, I don't exactly like spending a ton of time in big cities. Now, Dan, I know this is like counter to me being like, yeah, I want to come to Chicago. But like, like if you asked me like, oh, would you rather spend a weekend in the city or a weekend like out in the mountains? I'd be like the mountains. But like for marathons and like long-term goals, yeah. I want to do the big city ones. I get it, but we aren't going to run the lakefront unless you want to. Oh boy. The marathon killed the marathon killed P. Diddy after all. Yeah. Yeah. P. Diddy did die running a marathon. I don't see any reason why anyone wants to do it. It's a thing. It's a thing. Hey, listen, you could never run one in your life and probably be very, sorry, not probably. You could never run a marathon or a half marathon in your life and be very happy. Because I'll be the first to admit. Sorry, I won't be the first to admit. I think a lot of people have admitted this. Paul is correct. Running sucks. Especially when you start. Once you get past that initial point, it becomes a lot easier. Chicago's fun with all the neighborhoods. After doing it 6 times, I'm okay with not for a bit, knowing the course, but also that can suck. So my second marathon was the Ann Arbor Marathon. Now you'd think, oh, I've heard of Ann Arbor. That sounds like a pretty cool place. They must have a really fun marathon course. The answer is no. They do not have a very fun marathon course. They have a half marathon course that you run twice for the marathon. Can you imagine running a half marathon and then just being like, oh, I have to do this again now? It is economical, that's for sure. And you know, like in some ways it works. It works for them because it does tour through some of the like best locations in the town. It's great. However, it is still a relatively small area. And so when there's not that much to see, you make people run it twice. People run it, they do that marathon, and they never want to do it again. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream in a while. I proposed to my wife at the end of that marathon. I got the ring handed off to me near the end of the race. And at that finish line, after I crossed, I dropped on one knee. And all of that in mind, I would never run that race again. Never again. Love you, honey. That course is just so bad. You can't say no. No. And here's the thing, is like, we had already talked about it. If it was something that like she and I hadn't actually discussed, I would not have done that. Like, I think that, and this is my personal value, and I know that this is a little more modern, but like, you know, marriage is something that you should talk about with someone. And like, if that is something that your partner wants, then like, come to an agreement that like, yeah, we're agreed that this is something that we're okay with. Then you can take the, you can take the plunge and do proposals however you want to do it. But nowadays, I think just makes a lot more sense to have the conversation. If you did not, this is not, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying. Come on. Posted my husband on an afternoon walk through our neighborhood. And that's beautiful. Super relaxed version. Gotta give people an out. 100% Jack, hello. Ooh. Checking in on me. Lou. Saccharine Lewis. Welcome in, Lou. I did my OHP. We're in working sets right now of Kumo. Jack, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much, bud. We're just gonna put that right there. Welcome in, B, J Corsair. Hope you have a great lurk. But Lou, things are good. Just did my first set of 5 on sumo. They felt good. I did reread your program. Dude, it's okay. That's quite fine. Cool runnings. What is up, Brainy Cat? How we doing? Oh. What do I have programmed for this? Forgot to look. No, it's 12. Thanks, B. Have a good lurk, Brainy Cat. Been together for 15 years before we married. Wasn't really a surprise. See, that's excellent. I think Lauren and I had been together for 4-ish years, 4 or 5 years. We've been living together for like 2 years. And yeah, we just had a lot of honest conversations about it. What do you want? Made sure we were on the same page before we institutionalized our love. Formalized? I don't think that's the right way to... I should know how to talk about this better. But you can be completely happy and never get married. Just throwing that out there too. Marriage isn't for everyone. Some people don't want that. Some people want weddings, but they don't want to get married. Waiting for Genshin to download. Oh, right on. Tabs. Tabs, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm okay with giant sets. I'm down for giant sets. Do it! F me up, fam. Establish mutual connection. Unionized. Yeah. Yeah. We are a union. How are you doing, Tabs? Welcome in. Glad I could catch a little bit of this morning. I think part of why we're so excited about getting a house has been a dream on hold for 6 years as she was sick. That's beautiful, Dan. I'm so happy for y'all. I'm glad you found a place. I'm glad you got a move-in plan. That's wonderful. Program I did that will be what Stars does soon. A few giant set write-ups might be of interest for you. Okay, sounds good. I'll give it a look. Yeah, I'm working in your progressions today with just a little bit of adjustment. I moved the order around a little bit so I could pair up some things and save some time. Then again, I keep running my mouth, so like, am I really saving time? Who knows? Breaking up a relationship wherein both parties don't have the same relationship goals and you're giving my relationship goals or asking someone to give up theirs. Like the more responsible thing to do. Yeah. The people aren't always responsible. Yeah. Can't save time and stream. The very cost of streaming is time more than any. It's true, Lou. It really is. It really is. Like I don't. This is not me complaining. I ain't complaining. You won't hear me whining. You might hear me whine. Just by the way, one of my favorite words I've learned in the last year from my friends on the other side of the pond is whinge. Just a little whinge. It does sound filthier than I know it to be, but oh. Chapow! Do you not have whinge over there? We really don't. Red Juan, White Juan, or Rose Juan. Hello, Fox. You can have a little whinge as a treat. Welcome in, Fox. Yeah, people don't really say it over here. Not really a thing. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Get. Wait, like go on get? Rose Queen. Is it Rose Queen or Rose Queen? Sorry. I know you're probably trying to make it clear. Rose. Hey. Would you care for a dance? Would anybody like a dance? Ugh. And assholes. Oh, okay. I mean, I like words that are both. Mm. Ooh, got one more. Pants are coming off. Hair's almost getting to the point where I need to start tying it up or something. Best contribution to the world is our silly words. I've learned so much. I've learned so much in the last year and some change. I think one of the things that I've been doing at work that I probably shouldn't be doing, I've been ending interactions with cheers. I have no idea how it's being received. I have no idea how it's being received. Grateful, but what's the word I'm looking for? Gratitude. Gratitude is good. Oogaleggin? You think that's how people are responding after I walk away? It's just like, I don't know. It just feels like just I don't do it in every interaction, right? But it's like very often, or like if someone holds a door open for me, I've done it from time to time. Because like it's great. Like because over here we say like thank you or you're welcome, right? But like cheers can be both. It can be like thank you, like you're welcome for doing this thing for you, but like thank you for having a pleasant interaction with me. Like that is kind of how I've been applying it. It just feels more polite. And I know it may not be the best. And that's okay. I don't put the maid on there. I don't put the maid on there. Because that I think would make me sound pretentious. Does that make sense? Like somehow adding that on there would feel more pretentious from like coming from a Midwest dude. Because I work with a lot of people who have done a lot of international travel, and I think like do their best to rein it in and like just come back to the to the Midwest culture when they're in the office, but I've not been able to. I've not been able to. I'm like that influencer posting the booty pic on the edge of a pool in front of a sunset. Take me back. Wow. I've never heard that before, B. Is that's an English word? Like how we use good morning as a greeting and they use it as a valediction. And good morning. Midwest is best. I don't know about that. Midwest ain't bad. I mean, if we continue down our current trajectory and the climate crisis gets even worse than it already is, Midwest is going to be the best because everyone's going to be trying to steal water from the Great Lakes. But that's a separate matter. Whoops. It's fine. Aquifers replenish themselves, right? Who cares about the watershed? Nobody. All right, we got one more set of sumos. We're making decent time. That's an English word. Let's go dumpy cam. Dumpy cam time. Oh, more like drunkard cam. Trying to get it all arranged. Oh. Set the feet. Outward pressure. Over, under. Lock the lats in. one of the elders of Troy, whose house was set afire by the Achaeans when they sacked the city. Destruction of his house referred to in the Aeneid, whereas in the satires of Juvenal. His name in Greek is translated as "don't worry." The east starts Armageddon. It's all going to start out there. Look at this guy go. Oh. That was a rough one. But well programmed, I think. I think a fourth set of these would be troublesome. It's a wall. $10, $11. Oh, beauty. Thanks, David. How's your week going, David? How's it starting off? One more, two more, sorry. 11. Bleh. But we did it. That is 2 compound movements out of way. Your Hebrew name is Dorcas? I worked with a Dorcas once. It was fun trying to help my other coworkers not make jokes about it. Lurk while I eat Chinese takeaway. Ooh, the sauce. I do love Thai food. I do love Thai food. If I've got like my list of non-contemporary American foods, there's a lot of ways you can describe that. But I'm gonna say, actually no, I don't know what label I want to use. Anyway, it's gonna be Tex-Mex or straight up Mexican food, followed by Thai food. I guess followed by oh gosh, never mind, just those two. I can't really rank anything after that. It's too difficult. You can't make me. You can't make me pick between my great loves. Oh no, Japanese food, for sure. Then I could put Chinese food after Japanese food. There's also some really good Moroccan places in Southeast Michigan. It took me a long time to appreciate good Indian cuisine. I love me some curry. You know what? I abandoned this. I abandoned this discussion of tiers and ranks. Remus, hello. I didn't know that, Tabs. Thai, Italian, Mexican, Japanese, Italian, Tex-Mex. Please tell me we don't have to get the deep. No, Dan, we don't. Like, I'm not gonna, next time you're over, we go. We do. We need to. So yeah. Oh, Korean too. Shit. Okay. Here's the thing, is I just like food. I don't think there's been like a type of cuisine that I've tried in the last 10 years that I've been like, meh. They're all very special in their own ways. Except for, and Dan, I'm gonna look you right in the eyes, Dan, anyone in Chicago, I need you to know, it's not that good. It's just not, right? Like, I respect it. I respect the deep dish pizza. It's just not. It's just not. I'm sorry. Like, if I've got side by side this big floppy pie full of cheese and fixins and all these things, and then I've got, I'm sorry, Stargirl. It's like Dan said, it's like a cake. It's like a pizza cake. It's just not as good. It's just, I mean, sometimes you need, sometimes it's good, right? Like sometimes it's good, sometimes you need it. I just can't. Like I used to love it. I really did. I really did. But now, like, if I have to pick between the two, if I have to pick between the two, it is always, I'm always gonna lean away from deep dish. Unless I'm with a group of like 3 people, 4 people, we're in Chicago and they're like, I really want to try a deep dish place. I'll be like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you. Snooks, I did see your question and I want to answer it. We also have a wellness minute that we got to get to. Absolutely pie. I could be convinced. I could be convinced, but it would require significant taste testing. Okay. I'm going to read Snooks' comment, and then we're going to do a wellness minute. Is that okay, Sunken? If you got to go soon, I'll do that first. Dabble with any repairs or renos you weren't confident in. Have like 20 things I need to do myself that I don't know how to do or can't afford. All the different priorities, but it's so overwhelming. Start a project and just get stuck. Don't know where to go. Oh, damn, dude. House is a very cheap house. Most jobs cost 5 to 10% of the cost of my house. Just isn't worth it unless I do myself. That's really rough. I mean, I would say that I am constantly dealing with things that I don't feel super confident with. So, like when I installed the fan, like the bathroom fan upstairs, this was the weekend before last, and I realized that like we just like didn't measure, like one measurement that we didn't take meant that I could not fit the fan that my wife wanted into the ceiling, and I felt like an absolute failure. But I wasn't, because it's a house, and like I've never done it before, right? Like it has been very hard to separate my success with home renovations from like my feeling of self-worth. Because all said, like, we haven't done that much. We've been really lucky. Like, we just had our oven go out. I am trying to figure out right now if I want to try to pay someone to fix it, or if I want to try to order an igniter part and then like see if I can fix it without starting a fire. I think there are definitely things where you have to decide, is this something safety-wise that I'm comfortable with? And if not, I'm just going to hand it off. But like, you started on pie. YouTube at first. So I did though. I did when it wasn't igniting. And like, I don't know. It isn't gas, so it was okay. Yeah, so we're on gas. We're on gas. And so like I'm kind of afraid. I'm kind of afraid. So there's certain things that I won't do, right? Like in the next week, I'm going to try to replace I'm going to try to rewire a light switch. And wiring is something that I have like done more and more with. But if someone was like, hey, rewire this like from the box through the junction in the ceiling and like do that whole deal, I'm like, no. No, I will hire that out. I will always hire that out. Boom air. Yes, splody air is no good. So gas stuff I tend to be pretty hands off with. But Snooks, I'm genuinely sorry that you're in that space right now, because it can be extremely overwhelming And at a certain point, like if you're able to reprioritize, I think that could be helpful. Just like write everything down. This is where this is at. This is where this is at. Every time I make a change, I damage the door more, and the more I have to spend on materials closer for me, I should just hired someone. Yeah. So I can tell you from personal experience, doors are the absolute worst thing. Can I ask what the problem is? Because we just did interior doors a summer ago, and yeah, can say with much confidence, I would never ever ever like to do doors again. I know I'm probably going to have to do them, but we did slab doors, drilled everything ourselves to try to fit them into a doorway, and I learned a lot. But okay, so I need 120, so I need 15s on here. Boom. Hitting the doorstop on the hinge, doorstop on the hinge side when trying to close. Have you tried putting spacers? Yeah, if you can put a video in the Discord, like I'm happy to help out. But we had to do a lot of, like I cried about our doors. That was a completely miserable experience. Yeah, so basically like what it sounds like is either the door, yeah. So you've got your hinges, right? Whether you got 2 or 3, and like if you put like a piece of plastic, so you'd have to get a piece of plastic that cuts to the inside of that little hinge space that goes into the door, and then put the holes in it to match up with your space. Sorry, to put up with the latch. So you basically just like take these thin sheets of plastic and just kind of slide them in behind that, and they drill in so that they create a little more space for the door from that like wooden inlet that you have. This is really hard to explain without like having a hinge in my hand, but it's something that you put between the door frame and the hinge so that it pushes it out slightly and then like changes the orientation of the door so that it's not hitting. Does that make sense? This is a really hard thing to explain. It's like oh, hello Moss, how are you doing? Okay, I need to do this set. So we're gonna do thin shims to rebalance the angle on the hinge side. That's exactly it. That is a much better way to put it. Okay. So we're going to do a superset that doesn't make a lot of sense, except it saves me time. That's all the sense that it needs to make. It is not trying to be a GigaChad, but if that is how you perceive it, I will take it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do pull downs, and then we're gonna do incline dumbbell press. A little bit of chest accessory work. Nothing too hefty. We'll go with 60s. But yeah, can confirm, doors are awful. Installing an interior door, especially on an older house, Cool. 7 TV extensions. You can see the mods log. That sounds kind of invasive. Would you like to tell me more about it? Oh, y'all see okay? Great. Oh, my chest is burned. All right. And that's the superset. Maybe. Oh, interesting. What is the point of that? I hope people can opt out. Oh, I owe a wellness minute. Why is my back all tingly? All right, let me look at my notes here. Oh, okay. I just didn't do it. Whew. I just didn't use it. That's funny. Ah, okay. Strange. I mean, it's whatever. Like if someone wants to subject themselves to whatever it is gets deleted in a chat, I suppose they're welcome to do that. Okay. Let's do a wellness minute. What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings, and welcome to today's Wellness Minute. Today's Wellness Minute is visualize to reduce anxieties. So a lot of the time when we are preparing for an event, maybe, I'm gonna use event broadly, right? We're thinking about like a big workout or a day at work or a job interview, or we're meeting up with someone for the first time, or we're going on a big date or whatever. We can get a lot of anxiety around those things. Usually that anxiety is less founded in us not being sure about how we're going to do, but more about not really knowing what's going to happen. So one of the things that you can do to try to reduce the anxieties around those unknown things is to try to visualize the good things and the bad things, right? Think about it. Let's just talk about a date, right? If I'm going on a date, what are the signs going to be partway through that it's going really well, or that I'm doing a good job of connecting with this person? There might be smiling. There might be more eye contact. Maybe there's going to be like an invitation to another date. Some other things that we won't necessarily talk through in the Wellness Minute. But like if it's going really bad, what are the things that would look like? You know, is it going to be just like kind of awkward conversation? Is it going to be you know, again, just like not potentially being invited back. Am I gonna get slapped, right? All of these things are things that could happen in that scenario. By thinking about them and by recognizing them and thinking like, this is really, this is pretty probable considering the circumstances. And this maybe, if it's only gonna happen if it goes like really, really south. All of this is to say, try visualizing, try thinking through before, if you're feeling really nervous about something or really anxious about something, think about all the things that could go wrong, think about all the things that could go really well. Don't let it sit there and be this big ambiguous cloud of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's gonna happen. If you name those things, they become less scary. That's today's Wellness Minute. Visualization! I don't know why I chose to use the example of a date. I probably should have talked about a workout. You sent me 6 programs. You're welcome, Lamp. I hope that was a helpful wellness minute for somebody. Interesting. Someone's got romance in the brain. We haven't talked about romance today. We've been talking about the romances today. We've been discussing getting married and all these things. All right. What am I going to do with 6 programs? Ah, boy. I may have to go down just to get better engagement, because that is not doing perfect reps. Brulac, hello. Is it safe taking protein powder that's 7 years old? I would just buy new powder. I would just get new powder. You know, you could. It's expensive. But you know what else is expensive? American healthcare. Now, I've been around the block. I haven't had my stomach pumped, but from what I understand, it's a pretty rough experience. Visualizing his next date night. I'm working on scheduling my next date night with you. Sorry the sounds aren't working, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Just got assigned to do McGill's big 3 exercises for core stability. I cannot, Stargirl. Oh, they are working. I just can't hear them. Okay. Excuse me. I need water. Huh. Frog in my throat. Ribbit. Oh, sorry, Stargirl. I was just going to look them up. Let me just catch up on chat. I had something caught in my chat. Something caught in my chat. Yes, something caught in my throat. Some are better than others and more in line with what you want. Please reach out and ask questions. I understand you're a busy fella. Oh, no, I get it, Lou. Thank you for the support. Bye, Bill. Hello, Max. Yeah, I'm curious what these exercises are. McGill's big 3. Ah. Squat U. Wow. So I'll just, this is quite the article. Curl up, side plank, bird dog. Interesting. I'm just gonna drop this link in the chat, in case anyone else is curious. Lie on your back with one knee bent and the other straight. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not familiar with these. I'm trying to figure out what he's. Oh, he's just like picking up his shoulder and his body. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, bird dogs are good. Ari does them. Core stability, lower back pain prevention, and core strength. I should probably be doing them. I feel like I run into so many things. I'm just like, I should probably be doing that. But I don't. Okay, we did 2 sets of those. We did 60 for 10, not 70 for 8. 60 for 10. Oh, got to sign up for PT, so I was curious. No, I appreciate you asking, Stargirl. I mean, they look like they'd be really effective. Well, then that link is for you. Thanks for the link. Of course. Yeah. I mean, I was curious. You mentioned it, and I was like, this sounds like something that I should be aware of that I am not intimately familiar with, and therefore, I would like to expand my knowledge. Wouldn't it be nice if learning just kind of worked that way? Like if everyone's brains just allowed them to do that, wouldn't that be wonderful? Just a nice little like, I don't know that. Let me explore that for a moment. And then you learn. And we move on. All right, I'm going to try to engage the lats a little bit better this time around. I was pulling from my shoulders this last rep for that last set. All right, starting to fall apart. Nope. Beans. Oh, beans. Some of the better things to do when it comes to warm-ups, having core strength and mobility, especially pre-exercise. Help them come back. Yes. Yeah, it could be good to just give them a try, B. Give them a try and see if you're able to make them work. I mean, if not, well, you just use it. Shifting. All done with lat pull downs. Welcome back, Bella. Oh! Excuse me. Ain't that the truth, Lou? Talk to your doctor. Chat with your doctor about whether all of this is good for you. What up, Thomas? How we doing? Have a good time lurking. I hope your workday gets better. It's ready to quit and move into the mountains. Ain't that a mood, though? Ain't that a mood? Going off grid does get very tempting from time to time. Do anything, just no forward rolls. Okay. So you might want to just give it a try then. See how it goes for you. But I love forward rolls. I love trident layers. Man, I'm out of water. Well, actually, I'm doing that. I got a little sippy left. Oh. How's everyone's week starting off? Tell me what you're doing to get active, or what you're doing to plan to prepare to get active. If you're eating some 7-year-old protein powder, feel free to share. Not the protein powder. I don't want the 7-year-old protein powder, but tell us about it. I'm sorry for coming at you. Thought I'd go take a walk around my work building. Yes! Take the walkie break. It's not going to the mountains, but it might suffice. Set up an office for work from home. How much is that on average? Desk, chair, things to make an office at home. It really depends on what you're looking to spend, Tabs. Because you can get a pretty good basic setup nowadays. So not good, but I'll be walking. I appreciate your honesty. Hope so as well. Hope it is going well. Hello. Yes. Yeah, so I will I will out myself right now. I was yeah, I would say Stargirl's right on. Like you could get definitely a pretty good office with a good cheapish office. About $300. Yeah. If you're willing to hit up thrift shops and you don't care about having like a really nice setup, like you can find some like cool desks at thrift stores. They're just gonna be they're gonna be a little beat up, you know. Find the right thrift shop and they'll deliver it to your house as long as you spend enough money. Oh, I'm sorry, Bella. I hope you have a good little break walk. And I hope you can find the right thing. How much would you say was your gym layout? That's really hard to say. That's really hard to say. Welcome in, E-Boy. Yeah, okay, so the IKEA move, building your desk at IKEA. You can also get the legs at IKEA and then just get like a piece of MDF from somewhere else. Sorry, to answer, oh gosh. I gotta do this set. It varies, right? Like I probably spent $100, if not a little bit more, on my deadlift platforms. Probably closer to 150. My barbell was 230 when I got it. Can't remember how much the power rack cost. There's just a lot of little things. The flooring ended up running me like $500. I'll have you run those next time. Flooring was one of the single largest expenses, honestly. So the pull down bar was a gift. I got that last year. I just wasn't using it too much prior to maybe the last 4 months, but right at the exercises I used to do at PT. Yeah, I mean, the tough thing about finishing PT is that like you got to just keep doing the same stuff. I struggled with it even when like all the stuff that I do when I was doing PT for my Achilles, it was hard to keep going with that. Oh no, it's okay, Mossy. You've been about. It's just like normally I stand like here, right? So like you wouldn't really see it. Wouldn't be in your face. Ooh. Sunday is the last due date of my bachelor's. You're gonna make it, Bella. Yeah, legs are cheap. Sorry, the legs for the desk. I'm jumping around in chat. What would you estimate your body fat percentage to be? What are you aiming for before the run? Right now, I am probably like, I am somewhere between I'm somewhere between 12 and 15. And I know that some people are going to be like, you're not 15% body fat. Because I'm probably not. I'm somewhere between those numbers. I'm not lower than 12. I know that. My plan is to just like keep I'm going to try to lose like 5 pounds on this cut. It's going to be a very, very light cut. Well, so with me, it's really hard because like no matter where I stand, not trying to do a body fat analysis, but maybe I am. So this is like totally relaxed. But I've been like lifting, right? So I'm pretty low body fat right now, but I'm not like carved up. I'm sorry. So we did all those. We got to do lateral raises, face pulls, and knee tucks. How lean are your legs? You just ask a girl how lean her legs are. And lower back. I think I do store more fat in my lower back. Like this area is definitely where pretty much all of my fat storage happens, I think. Like I know it's some people are going to be like, "Oh," and very rightfully so, be like, "Oh, there's not fat there." But like it's there, right? That is that's where it goes. But I think I do store fat more in my legs and my lower back than I do in my upper abdominals and chest, which is a good thing, but it was not always that way. But yeah, I haven't stepped on the scale yet this week because I only weigh myself on Wednesday mornings because that is my system. So I try not to be reactive with my dieting. No, yeah, it's just I think everyone stores it a little bit differently, Stargirl. A bit higher than 15, not worth diving into, you're not stepping on stage. What changed? I mean, I just built muscle in different areas, so it becomes a little bit easier for me to like see like muscle definition on my arms, on my chest, on my upper abdominals, on my serratus, like even though I've still got a little bit of body fat. So like no matter what, when you get to a certain level of body fat, like you're going to lose definition and vascularity. But the more muscle you have, right, the more that shows out when you're at rest. I've got a little bit of a pump right now. Probably help if I took you out of 480p. I think it would. What am I doing? Okay, I need to put, yeah, all of this is going on. Yeah, like I could be, I'm at a very comfortable body fat level right now. If I just stayed on maintenance, I think I'd be fine. But I just want to take a couple more pounds off and then spend the summer maintaining a little bit lower. Thank you, Ren. I really, excuse me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. No, I feel pretty good right now. A couple of weeks ago, I'd say like 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, before I started to dial it back a little bit, I was getting to that point with bulking where I just wasn't feeling good anymore. I really wasn't feeling good. Like meals weren't really satisfying anymore. Not in the way that they were prior, right? Like I was still getting hungry, but I was trying to eat more to continue bulking and I just couldn't do it. So that was a signal to me that it was time to back things down a little bit. I know that kind of reeks of intuitive eating, but I think there's a difference between dieting with intuitive eating and making calls on what your diet plan should be based on how it feels when you're eating food. because I'm not perfect. I'm on a cut. We ordered pizza this weekend. I was not in a caloric deficit on Friday. A little pain, but I'm okay. I'm proud of myself. Probably goofy, but it's a start. I'm happy for you, Bella. I'm glad you got out for a walk. Never had prominent ab separation, even when I was very lean. Maybe my abs are just not developed enough. It could be, Ren. Like I talk about all the time, like any ab moves that, and Jeff Cavalier, athlenex.com, will talk about the same thing. It's like ab moves that get you to like get your like get your butt up. So like laying leg lifts, hanging leg lifts. I'm gonna be doing static leg or knee tucks. Baseballs. I think it's gonna be this one. This is what I did last time. Okay, let's do it. Jeff and Jesse, that's right. Yeah, if you can excuse the fact that Jeff Cavalier is just an absolute bro sometimes and is just kind of like, I don't know, occasionally he's a little bit of a wad about things, but he's a really smart trainer. Baseballs. Just got assigned by a doctor to do a FODMAP diet. Basically relearning how to eat. Oh, FODMAP is tough. No matter how good you are at like managing your relationship with food, stuff is difficult. One down. One down. Two to go. Excuse me. But yes, I've had to relearn a lot with food. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about it in the way that I do. Like, I am more inclined to tell folks, like, oh boy, like you should build a relationship with food. If you think about it, like, how much time do you spend in your life managing food? A lot. You're going to spend more alone time with food than you will with many, many people. You're going to spend more time like thinking about food, preparing food, celebrating around food. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Like, even if you know you want to eat more, sometimes you just can't. Just like if you know you want to eat less, sometimes you just can't do it. It's really hard to bring yourself to do it. Tabukin, are you tossing salad? I do love that. I do love that emote though. That's hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, it's a lifelong thing. It's a lifelong thing. And I think that if you're someone who can not think about it in that way and be fine, that's okay. But if you're struggling with eating in any way, just like recognize it as a relationship. You need to have some communication. Maybe you need to reflect a little bit about the way that you're engaging with the other side of the other side of that two-way street, right? A whole stream right now. We're here for you. But yeah, I mean, like, I know, like, body dysmorphia kept me from eating the way that I probably should have in previous years. Like, I think about the time when I got really, like, my peak of injury as someone who has been doing a lot of athletic training things, was when I was so caught up in body image that I would not eat in a surplus. I just wouldn't do it. And so I was in a deficit, like trying to make sure I didn't gain weight and didn't like get fat, in my brain's words at that time, that I got injured because I was not fueling my body well enough for the workouts that I was doing. So that was one of my wake up calls. Okay, so we've got max rep sets. We got max rep sets. Ah. Dangles. 27.5 next time, apparently. I'm so thirsty. The one before was lateral raise. Yeah. Oh, I got you, Stargirl. Yeah, that's an extra layer. Welcome in, Muscle Overmind. How we doing? Yeah, so I was just doing face pulls. Now we're gonna do some, honestly, sort of half-ass knee tucks, but I'm just gonna let it happen. Beautiful butterfly. A beautiful butterfly. I'm a chrysalis. Chrysalis is a hard exercise. My shoulders hurt after today's training. What did you do today, Muscle Overmind? What'd you hit? I mean, obviously shoulders. Or maybe not. Were you doing chest and your shoulders hurt? I'm a beautiful butterfly. Heavy on the bars. I love you, Mossy. I hope you're having a lovely day, my friend. Chest and shoulders, word. Like bad hurt or good hurt? Like good, like sore hurt? So one thing that has happened in the last week is so here's what I keep doing. I keep buying bananas and then not eating all the bananas. And so like 2 or 3 bananas at a time are going into the freezer. And I used to be really good about eating all the bananas in the freezer. Like I'd throw them in my protein shakes. But I stopped doing that for a while. And so this weekend, I opened up the freezer and I saw that there were, I shit you not, 5 Ziploc bags of frozen bananas in my freezer. So we are fixing that. I am putting frozen bananas in my shakes. From here on out. We're bringing the blender out. We're dropping some frozen bananas in there. Adding a little bit of whatever else we need to. But yeah, it got really bad. Like, I'm so thankful for my wife for not giving me shit about it. But there were so many bananas in that freezer. Shoulder press yesterday was squat day. Sometimes hurts the shoulders. Oh yeah. Yeah, just gotta work on that mobility. Get some band work in. Bananas Foster. Got any rum? I do. Bananas Foster sounds great. I was just listening to a podcast where they used Bananas Foster to start a fire. It was yeah. Sorry. It was not like a real podcast. It's a fantasy podcast. But someone had an order of Bananas Foster. And they used it to set a suitcase of money on fire. In the circumstances, it made a lot of sense, I promise. I don't even know how to make Bananas Foster. Lou, what do you want to say? I cheated. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Oh, thank you, Lou. That's really kind of you. I always wonder how those parts of our discussions come off. Like, I don't want to just be like, I've been through some shit, and I know what it's like to just be kind of silently harmed by something that's happening. To be able to understand why it impacts others. But I'll be damned if it doesn't help. Oh, cable machine to do those. Be a lot easier. Oh. Wow. Wow. Well, we'll keep that one off. But hi. Oh, Bella, thank you for the gift sub to Lou. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's so kind of you. But no, truly, thank you. That is validating. One of the things I've had to learn and accept for myself in doing Twitch, like my style of doing things isn't going to be for everyone. I know that. I know that some people would rather have a kick in the ass than like a lot of acceptance and messages about self-acceptance and self-love. And there are plenty of places to go get a kick in the ass on the internet. My personal experience is that that only works for so long. At a certain point, you got to move towards longer term acceptance of yourself and your circumstances. So many streets to get your ass kicked on, too. I know. Multiple games, in fact. Stargirl, have a good lurk. Thanks, B. Maybe it feels a bit like work for you. Helps as to why you're feels interesting watching you navigate something with intent and purpose. Sure. No, yeah, I appreciate that, Lou. Thank you, Bella. And Slick Nick, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Welcome to the Run Club. Bella. Thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate you. What game are you currently playing? So we're gonna have to close out, and what I'll tell you as we're closing out is Tuesday nights we've been playing a game called Graveyard Keeper, which is which has been super fun. It's like kind of a morbid version of Stardew Valley. That's a little reductive for sure. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. We got tunes. Zombie. Oh man. I hope you're poking. I'm running out of words. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. I hope the blood work comes out okay. I hope you get good news from it. I'm not sure what it's for, but blood work can be for a lot of things, good and bad. So let's take a look around. Let's take a look around. Who be live? Who be hanging out? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Come on. Sorry. Excuse me, friends. You know what? We'll raid Kira. For the win. All right, everyone. I'm still not used to this keyboard yet. Everyone, we're going to raid Kira the Hermit. Kira is one of our fellow powerlifter dudes. Kira is strong as hell. Man's got a heart of gold. He's just awesome, and he moves some big weight. So please consider going to check Kira out. As B is dropping those commands, please consider checking out the social medias if you haven't done so already. We got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Fan House is another thing. If you're looking for a little more content from me and want to support the stream in a nice, meaningful way, Fan House is a great way to do that. You get a little like pseudo spicy content along with that, so you know, at your leisure. But yes, we're gonna go raid Kira. Grab one of those raid messages if you don't mind. It's gonna look like what our friends are popping in there. If you don't mind dropping that over to see Kara, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for the discussions. Thank you for the understanding. I hope that y'all, bye. Goodbye, Acro. I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day on purpose. I'm going to be back tomorrow night around 6 p.m. For Graveyard Keeper, and then back on Wednesday for another lift. Schedule might get a little bit weird this Friday, but we're going to make it work. We'll get it in. And I hope that y'all can do the same. Acro, it's you too. But yes, be kind to yourself, be kind to someone else, do a little something to fill up that gas tank of yours this week if you can. Get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.